So guys, welcome back again to this channel. The North has started destroying campaign posters, but trust me, the story is deeper than what you see on the surface. Today I'm breaking down what really happened and why they are angry at Bola Ahmed Tinubu and why some Christians are turning against Peter Obi over something he said in a podcast. Let's get into it. And by the way, Peter Obi actually said his mind. He didn't say anything bad. So let's go on. The poster destruction in the North. Now, you can see that the northern youths are ripping down Bola Ahmed Tinubu 27 campaign posters across different states in the region. His 27 campaign posters, they are ripping it off, tearing it apart in the northern side, especially in Katsina. This is not just about posters, it's about what political statements. Northern groups feel betrayed by Tinubu because of certain remarks and government actions, particularly regarding the detention of minors. Now, reports say over 77 minors, some claim it's more than, have been held for over 93 days simply because they took part in the NBA governance protest. Northerners are asking, are we in a democracy or a dictatorship? Detention is being called a human rights violation, sparking public outrage and silent protest. Now, why the North feels betrayed by Bola Ahmed Tinubu? During his campaign, Tinubu promised inclusive governance. Both many northern critics say they have been sidelined since he took office. That Bola Ahmed Tinubu doesn't even care about them again. That ever since he became the president of Nigeria, he has sidelined them. He doesn't even care about them, and all of them are really suffering. Now, this latest incident with the detained minors feels like the last straw. Activists accuse the government of using fear and suppression instead of dialogue. This explains the symbolic act of destroying campaign posters is a public show of disapproval. So guys, let's go on. Now, Nigeria's politics is deeply emotional. Religion, ethnicity and morality play huge roles in public perception. For Tinubu, losing northern trust could mean political instability and protest. For Obi, alienating even a small portion of his Christian base could weaken his grassroots support. Both incidents highlight how fragile alliances are in today's political climate. Now, let's go on. Just like I always tell you guys that the northerners are not really happy with Bola Ahmed Tinubu again. You know why? They were thinking that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, when he comes into office, is going to be submissive to them. That's why you see they didn't even give much problem in voting him. They just voted him and he won. And they thought that he's going to be submissive. And all of a sudden, everything that Bola Ahmed Tinubu promised them before being the president of Nigeria, he's no longer doing it. And that's why you see they don't want him to come out for 2027 again. I've been hearing a lot of northerners say, we're not going to vote for him again. We will not do this, we will not do that. Now, Nigeria's political temperature is rising. From northern streets where Bola Ahmed Tinubu posters are being turned down to online platforms where Christians are dragging Peter Obi over his podcast comments. Now, this is what Peter Obi actually said. I'm going to summarize what he said. Now, Peter Obi said that so that the Igbos, everything they know is like going to church even on Friday, on Saturday, on Monday, on Tuesday they are going to church. And Peter Obi said that instead we should invest more on industrialization. We should invest more into works than every day you're going to church. Now, please note this, he's not against Christian faith. He said you can worship on Sundays, you can do another thing, but please don't jeopardize your work with church. Because he said that some people now, church has really eaten deep into their head. They have forgotten that they need to be so productive. So let's go on. Now, what really happened in the North? The destruction happened across several northern states, not just one. Sources claim it started after local youth group and activities held secret meetings to decide how to send a message to Abuja. They didn't just pull down the posters. In some cases, they burned them and recorded the act for social media. Now, the videos are trending with hashtags like North is angry and also free the minors. Because there was a time we heard that there are some minors who were detained in custody for so long. Now, 77 minors detained. According to Human Rights Monitor, 77 minors, some say the number is higher, around 80 plus. They said they were arrested during a peaceful protest connected to the MBAN governance movement. These minors have been in detention for over 93 days without trial, violating both Nigerian constitutional rights and international child protection laws. Parents are protesting silently, fearing government retaliation. Human rights groups are comparing it to dictatorship era tactics. Now, Tinubu's political risk. Tinubu relies on northern political blocs to keep his administration stable. They not help deliver key votes in the 2023 election. So, open public anger is a political red flag. Northerners are accusing Tinubu for abandoning campaign promises and focusing on southern what priorities. Now they're saying that the Northerners are accusing Tinubu that he has left them and is not focusing on southern priorities. But to be honest, I can even say to now that Bola Ahmed Tinubu never did anything. He never did anything for the Southerners. He did not even do one or two things for them. Now, some northern political influencers are already hinting at realigning with other parties before the next election cycle. Symbolism of the poster destruction. In Nigerian politics, tearing down posters is symbolic of rebellion. It tells politicians you are no longer welcome here. So you know what happened in Katsina was enough evidence to tell Bola Ahmed Tinubu that the Northerners have rejected you come 2027. The fact that it's 27 posters in multiple locations suggests it's coordinated and not random. So political insiders believe northern youth leaders may be testing the waters for larger protests. Now, let's go on. So in Peter Obi's podcast Trouble, while all this is happening, Peter Obi appeared on a popular podcast and mentioned a personal product he uses. The name or nature of the product clashed with some conservative Christian views. Some pastors and Christian bloggers accused Obi of endorsing something morally was questionable. Social media clips of his statements are circulating with some edited to make him sound worse than he did. Now critics claim he's not walking the talk of the moral values he promotes. Supporters defend him, saying the outrage is politically motivated. But honestly, what Peter Obi said is actually the truth. He didn't say people should not go to church. He only said the time you should be productive. Don't be using it to go to church. Peter Obi is also a Christian, and you guys also know that he has a brother who is also a priest. Yeah, in Nigeria. So he believes so much in Christ a lot. So all he's saying that the time you need to be productive, please don't say, oh, I'm going to church. Okay, let me give an example, because anytime I talk, I like giving examples to differentiate, to tell you guys what I'm exactly saying. Now this is what Peter Obi meant. He gave I'll give an example of maybe a man wants to sell his market. Okay, let me say Tuesday is a normal business day, right? And now on that Tuesday you come to buy something from this particular man and you find out that this man's shop is locked. What are you going to feel? And now they will not tell you that, oh, he went to church. Now Peter Obi is only saying that when it's time for you to work, please work. And don't, you have seen a lot of people every day, they will say, oh, I'm going to church every blessed day. They will lock their shop. The time they're supposed to have customers, the customers will go because they couldn't come, maybe because they went to church. So he's saying that you should have a day where you worship, a day or a time where you worship God. That is what he's trying to say. He didn't say people shouldn't, worship God. So please, the Christians should try and understand him. So let's go on. Now, let's talk about this social. There have been so many social media reactions based on what really happened. Yes, based on this way the Northerners tore Bola Ahmed Tinubu campaign posters. There have been so many reactions. People are saying that Bola Ahmed Tinubu deserves it. By the way, when he came into office, he didn't do anything. He didn't do it. And they also went on further saying that the Northerners also deserve it. They are the ones that voted for him, and now all of a sudden they don't want him again because he has shown them that he has shown them that he is the president of Nigeria and he has every power to do anything he wants to do. Now, destruction of Tinubu's 27 campaign posters happened in multiple northern cities, including parts of Katsina, Kaduna, Kano, and Bauchi. It wasn't random. Eyewitnesses saw groups moved in at night and early morning to avoid police boat interference, and they were tearing on his campaign posters. There was even a trending video of I saw where these youths were also tearing on his campaign posters. So in some areas, instead of tearing, they painted over the posters with protest slogan. They coordinated style soldiers and organized protest with network. Now, another thing that happened is northern elders are now divided. Some are defending Tinubu for maintaining order, others saying this is what state oppression. Certain northern APC members are going silent on media appearances to avoid defending their arrest. Grassroots voters are angry and vocal, especially in rural communities. Now, during his campaign, Tinubu vowed no Nigerian child will be abandoned. Critics say the detention of minors break that promise, because we all heard that there was a time that he detained 77 minors and they have been in cell for so long. Before Very Dark Man, you guys know this popular activist, he had to bring it up and say, oh, those people are really detained though, this is what Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been doing. So imagine if Very Dark Man didn't bring it up, we wouldn't know that they were minors in cell. And these minors I'm talking to you, they are not even Igbos, they are Hausa, like Northerners. And I think that's what angered the Northerners the more. And you saw they were tearing his campaign poster in places like Katsina, Kano, and Kaduna. So during his campaign, they said that Tinubu vowed that no child will be abandoned conduct, but critics are saying that the detention of that minor has broken that promise. Now, Northern voters recall pre-election pledges of equal development, which they claim have not what materialized. This fuels the feeling of betrayal and explains why they are willing to take what symbolic action like tearing down posters. Now, 27 is not just a random number, right? Analysts suggest it represents each northern state, including FCT Abuja. If it's true, it's a deliberate statement. All northern states reject your leadership. This kind of political symbolism can snowball into what mass resistance. Now, people have been saying that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he deserves everything he's saying now. Yes, because he did that all the whole promises he made were fake. That all the whole promises he made to the northerners were fake, and he's not even doing anything about it. And all of a sudden, they are now destroying everything that he did, and not telling him that he's not coming back to them. He can never be the president again. So them tearing his poster means that they're telling Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you can never be our president again. Now, these are the lessons we need to learn from all these things. In 2011, Northern dissatisfaction with Goodluck Jonathan led to widespread riots and a political shift. These are things that we should know. In 2011, Northern dissatisfaction with Goodluck Jonathan led to widespread riots and a political shift. And in 2019, Atiku Abubakar's strong Northern identity helped him secure votes despite APC were dominant. Both cases show how the North's ability, both cases show the North's ability to swing elections. Yes, to swing election. Now, this is why this matters beyond politics. This is the reason why it matters beyond politics. Detaining minors without trial, it sends a dangerous precedent for civic rights. Religious-based backlash against leaders can polarize communities further. So social media outrage cycles now shape real political narrative more than what traditional campaigns. So guys, you guys have seen what is really happening. I want you guys to actually tell me what you guys really think on this. Do you think that the fact that Northerners are not supporting Bola Ahmed Tinubu, do you think is the best thing for them now in 2027? So guys, please let me know your comment below. And also, if you're new to this channel, please don't forget to click the subscribe button, like and share, and turn on the notification button to get all the latest news in this channel. So guys, thanks for watching, and see you guys again in my next video.